What was it like, by the way, driving your dad's race car at Wakefield Park?
Yeah.
Was that cool? Was that a cool experience?
Yeah, it was. It was. It actually probably wasn't, because that was one of my, I guess, sponsor track days. So I had a heap of people around. I was doing a lot of sponsor rides in the Ute and the 86, and in and out, I was jumping in some road cars, doing some coaching and bits and pieces. So when I jumped in and drove it at the time, I probably didn't, I guess, take it in.
Yeah, because you're driving so many cars that day.
I was just like, and I come in pit lane, and the guys that own it now and mum and stuff were all there ready for me to jump in and get photos. And I'm like, okay, I'll jump in now and I'll go.
Yeah. And
it was probably all a little bit rushed. But then when I come in and you just sort of stop and think about it, it was like, especially to have like, you know, mum and my brother and sister there, and it was a pretty cool moment.
Do you have onboard footage of that though? Did you actually, or did you just drive it that week?
No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
Shit.
I know, but we are. I wanna. There's a few guys I now know that own a couple of cars that Dad raced at Bathurst that we're sort of teeing up that I'll drive at some stage and get some footage of it, and which would be pretty cool. But yeah, that car, the Armour All car that I drove at Wakefield, it was actually. It had a few issues, and the guys probably could have really just put it in the truck. So it had a few issues. Like I think the left rear hub was a bit loose, and it felt like it was walking a little bit. And
so you're kind of just strolling the car around the track in a way, because they said a few things not right with it.
Yeah, I probably pushed it more than I needed to, really. but no, it was cool. It was really cool.
What do you? I haven't asked this since season 1 because you brought this up outside, but if you were Supercars boss for a day, and I've even done a blog on this on my website, what would you change? So for me, I would open the field a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like have some more wrecks or charters, or how would you revolutionize Supercars into the next generation? If you were boss for like the day, if you could go in there and just change as much shit as you wanted and go, this could work for sponsors, because you deal with like, 8 to 10 sponsors. Do you know what I mean? Like coming from their point of view, what would you do to change Supercars?
This, probably, I don't know if this is going to be a massive thing, but I would open up the Bathurst 1000 to all the Super 2 cars. Probably not Super 3 because they're a bit older, but all the, like you think Super 2's still VFs, FG Falcon and the Nissan. I would let all them run in the 1000 with their own co-drivers or whatever, as a whether they're privateer or something like that, but have a heap more cars back in the Bathurst 1000. I would
try and get grids to 50.
Yeah.
Would you change anything on the promotional side? Like, do you watch much NASCAR or anything? Would you change anything? Would you Americanize anything or not really?
That's probably something that I should do more of in terms of how to maximize my stuff with sponsors, is look at a bit more NASCAR or IndyCar. But I watch McLaughlin every now and again, IndyCar, but I don't actually really follow all that much car racing outside of supercars. I think it's because I'm driving one and I want to do supercars, and you're in that scene so much. I don't really watch a lot of other racing, really. As I said, a bit of IndyCar stuff, F1 sometimes. From a commercial side of it, what would I do different? Promo girls, maybe? Are they still allowed at the moment? Is that
Monster do actually? Monster do they? Yeah. I know. Well, because maybe I was thinking F1. Were they the one that
F1's got rid of it? Supercar. Oh well, I mean, shit. If you got Monster as a sponsor, you'll be right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could bring them back.
Promo girls in every garage.
Yeah.
I think I reckon retro round back for Sandown. I know that I think Sandown's only going to have one more year, but obviously. Well, next year now.
I didn't know that, by the way.
I think it is.
Is that the last year of Sandown?
Is that next year might be the last.
Did you let the cat out of the bag then?
Yeah, maybe I have. No, but I think they're maybe closing it down, are they? Or maybe
well, they're trying to dispute. Well, they're trying to actually open up Cooler Park down the road again. And they're trying. I don't know what's happening there. Maybe Sandown's shutting and they're reopening Calder Park up.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, I know.
Dan's waiting really patiently for that to happen.
I'm only doing select events next year, and as soon as I saw Calder Park for me, I was like, "Fuck yeah,
like, I'm going."
Yeah, like for you,
he'll be the first entry there.
Yeah, nostalgia is the best. I totally agree with the retro round, but
yeah, I think retro round for sure at Sandown.
Would you have the Super 2 guys also do like the 90s, early 2000s also competing in the Sandown 500 as well? Would that just be the Bathurst thing?
I'd probably just keep that as the Bathurst thing.
Yep.
For that side of it with the Super 2 cars and stuff. But I reckon 100% retro round for Sandown. But make it that every car and team has to do. And I know it's obviously more costs and more design costs and signage costs, but I feel like at the weekends you'd actually make a fair bit of that money back with your merch. Like if you had retro round merchandise and everyone jumps on that sort of stuff, you know. I reckon you'd have to make it every team has to do something with their uniform and their car design for retro round. Because you know how the last time they did it, not everyone done, not every car done a retro livery. Yeah. I'd sort of make it that you had to, you know.
Yeah. I love. Have you been to America though and seen the NASCAR stuff?
No.
It's fucking insane, man. Like legit.
Really?
I want to take Brooke over there.
I'm jealous. I want to see it. Yeah.
So over there they've got, which is what Supercars could take in, which is what you were hinting on, is they've got like per driver per trailer, like the main top 20 guys really. And they've got like all their merch. It's like the Brocky, you know, you see at Bathurst and stuff like that. It looks sick, but they've got like an all decked out trailer. You know what I mean? And they'd switch it every round because you said with the retro thing, they could switch the merchandise around. Yeah. I mean, Dick Johnson did that with his thing, but do you know what I mean? Like, there's a way that I reckon Supercars could play that type of retro thing for sure.
Yeah, NASCAR do a lot of things good, eh?
Yeah. I thought you would have watched a bit of NASCAR because of your Trans Am and all that type of thing.
Yeah, no, I think I rate Kyle Larson a lot. Like, I'll watch it every now and again. But
you're a big Speedway fan because I saw you at Parramatta way back in the day. Yeah. You and Damo and you guys would all turn up. You know what I mean?
I know. We used to go like when the sprint cars are on at Christmas time. Like they're like when the Yanks are out here. Like that's because basically, well, the reason Dad got into racing back in the day was because Dad's dad Pa was pretty big into his speedway. Like he raced, you know, he was classed as like the Camden Cowboy was his nickname, and raced a lot of the big Aussie America sort of shows back in the
Sydney
80s.
Showground days. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Liverpool Speedway back then, which is obviously long before my time. But
have you seen photos of that, John, or videos of that track?
Yeah. Back.
Oh fuck, that place looked wicked.
I know.
It's a shame that Para's gone though. Hey, it had so much like legacy to it, and obviously it's going to change because of the whole Parramatta, you know, landscape and everything else. But you guys love Speedway, don't you? Like you and your mates.
Yeah, like and obviously my mate Damo. Another story how the Avid Group come up because Damo actually works for the Avid Group.
Does he?
Yeah, that's how that all started. But yeah, because he was racing legend cars for a while. Damo was when I was doing the karting stuff. But yeah, like he's probably into it more than I am, but I definitely try and go around Christmas time because I'd love to have a crack in a sprint car or something, eh? I don't know how I'd go, but even a midget, or I'd just love to see what it's like. Like, I just love to...
Have you spoken to Maxi J a lot, though? Because he was Ultimate Karting Sydney sponsored.
Yeah. I seen him the other day, actually, Maxi. We're really good family friends with Troy Jenkins, who races in the midgets. Like, he's had BOC for a long time, and he's actually asked if I wanted to have a drive of it at like one of the sponsor nights, and I'm like, yes, I'll be there. So I'd actually be interested to see what it's like or how it feels.
Have you gone to Eastern Creek Speedway yet?
Yeah, been there once. Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it, or is it taking you a while to get used to because you're so used to the old joint?
I think they've done it pretty well. Like, I think it's a pretty cool. I know, like, talking to like Maxi and Troy and stuff, they reckon the surface is no good. Like, they've got a bit of work to do with the drainage and all that, which I think they might have done.
Yeah, they fixed it. It was quite good the other night. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It's actually the track was real good. When Brooke and I went there, Brooke's just learning it, but the track was well bedded in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What's happened to Maxi? I thought is that it for his sprint car campaign?
I think he said the other day he's going to do a few just one-offs. But he's not chasing it hard and whatever like he once was.
Yeah. Maybe you can switch him Fucking give
that's
give him
right.
a ride in the supercar.
Yeah,
Can I go in your
give me
sprint car?
give me a night in the sprint car.
Yeah.
So-
Well, before we end this podcast, I have this thing which you may have heard because you've listened to a few episodes apparently about the Fast Five. Have you heard the Fast
Yeah,
Five?
I'm a bit nervous on this one.
So you're prepared.
Yes.
Oh, not really. But
Oh,
anyway.
no. But people, what we said, because we record in advance. I think it's only the last 2 or 3 we've been saying this.
Yeah.
I took over coming up with some of the questions because this one over here was coming up with some. You probably heard them
They were
thinking, oh my God, what is this?
Sam Young's one. Boy, oh boy, that was fucking shit house.
I didn't see that.
I love how Sam told you they were. So we got 5 questions. Get more than 3 right. Good prize. Less than 3 right. Something special from Dan.
Yeah. So you either get a bogey prize or a really good prize. All right. Where did Mark Larkham and Paul Morris collide at the start line in the year 2000, causing one of the worst fire incidents in Australian motor racing history?
Oran Park.
Do you remember much of that? Were you there?
No.
Do you remember? Have you seen footage of it?
Yes, and
Are you mates with Paul Morris?
not
Not
mates,
really.
but like we chat.
Yeah.
Why do I know that so well? Why is something recent? I've seen that video. Because Eggleston now have that car, that big Kev car, as it crashed.
Really?
Yeah, I seen it the other day. I was like, that's so bizarre that is left exactly how it crashed, and it's now in the Eggleston workshop.
Wow.
Like the rear corner just caved in, the roll cage is broken. So because I
Holy
watched the video a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Far out. It was huge
So-
back then in the day, though. And then
Because that was actually Lowndes' championship winner, that chassis.
I didn't know that.
Because then the year later, or a couple of years later, it was Big Kev with Paul Morris.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And Paul Morris had that whole Big Kev. He was quite good with the sponsorship back in the day.
Yeah.
The Big Kev thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Anyway,
Yeah.
question number 2. Where and when did truck racing begin in Australia? As in your dad's generation, truck racing.
Where?
Where and when did truck racing begin in Australia? Like the proper trucks.
Just the year for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say like 85 or 6 at Oran Park.
Very close.
Very close. And he's done what I've done.
He said, so it was 88. We'll give you a second chance for the place.
Do you remember? Can you guess the track? It wasn't Oran Park, obviously.
Calder? Thunderdome? No.
It was Calder Park, correct. We'll give you that one.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
Half. Get
half
half.
points. All right. Brooks counting, not me.
so it was 88, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was 88, Calder Park.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Maybe you and your brother can have a look at old footage from
Yeah.
whenever that happened.
Yeah.
All right, and this is a hard question. Anyway, it gets harder as it goes because Brooks decided this is the way it goes now.
No, the last one's easy.
Okay, fine. At what track in the 1980s was the largest crowd ever held for truck racing? Like, what was the largest crowd ever watching truck racing, and where was it, and how big?
It was just at what track?
Yeah,
You don't
what
have
track?
to know how many.
Yeah, you
that
don't
was
have to
just a
know.
fact I put in
Yeah,
there.
you can guess it if you want, but yeah,
It'd have to be Oran Park.
correct. Can you guess how many were there that day? And they're probably watching your dad too.
How many people for that one day?
For that whole, I don't know if it was one
day
day
or event?
yeah.
Oran Park. It really wasn't a big joint, was it? Was it 40,000?
Oh, close. 29, 596 actually attended.
Which is so 30,000 roughly. That's a pretty big crowd over there.
That place used to draw in big crowds though, regardless. But
And what year was that?
Brooke didn't.
It just said in the 1980s.
Yeah,
Can I call that?
1980s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, and the next one is which tyre manufacturer was not involved in the first round of the V8 Supercar era? Which tyre manufacturer was not involved in the V8 Supercar era? So when they all came in, what was the one tyre manufacturer that was missing?
Jeez.
Oh.
Dan failed this question. I roll these questions to him. We practice, and he was like
I'll be
guessing
surprised if
every
you said it.
manufacturer before he got there.
Yeah. Do you want me to can I give him a hint?
Good year?
I said the same thing.
No.
I said, Cam, you and me are on the same path with this.
Did you say Goodyear? Yeah, right.
I said Goodyear too. I'll give you another hint. They've sponsored a supercar class since.
Dunlop?
Supercar. No. Kumo.
Oh, Kumo.
See, that's what I thought too. I was like, fuck, I thought I would have
you've
got
got
that.
2.5 so far, and the last one, I think I think you should get this.
Okay, yeah,
We'll
you
see.
should get this one. What musician was recruited to help advertise the series The Greatest Show on Wheels, which is for supercars? What musician was recruited to help advertise the V8 Supercar series The Greatest Show on Wheels back in the 2010s? It was like golden era of supercars at this point.
Yeah.
Tony Cochran era. I nailed this one. I just happened to know because I went through all these old nostalgic videos.
Was it Robbie Williams? No.
No. Who was it? Brock?
That's probably way off, isn't
It
it?
was pink.
It was Pink.
Oh, it was too.
Dan now gets to give you a little fun thing from our
You got a fun prize. Yes, I haven't done a fun prize in a while.
Far out, I failed.
No, it was technically 2.5 out of 5, but we set the bar at 3.
Pink, it was too.
What have you got, Dan? What are you crawling behind your desk, Will?
I think you'll make this one useful, won't you?
Everyone who's on like Spotify, Apple, etc., it's one of those when you go to Woolies. I don't know if Coles has them. It's those meerkats that are dressed up in outfits that look like scary garden gnomes. You could probably install
I gave you
in
one
it.
of the better, shittier prizes. Like, yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with it. But
You
it's,
should just plonk it in the room and
I'll
then
sit
say
that
nothing.
on Abby's bedside table. She'll shit herself.
Yeah, just say nothing. She's like, what is this?
leave it there, turn it in the dark, and then be
Yeah.
like, and then when she turns on, she's like, "Oh, hi, babe," and then what the fuck?
What the hell is that?
I think those things should be fitted with lights or something or a voice.
Yeah.
Hello.
She's going to be going, what the? Oh, that's funny.
But before we go, man, have you got anything else that you'd want to say? Like, what's your preparation for? Like, for example, we'll just go off topic here. What's your preparation for Adelaide?
I've actually given this week to, I guess, a little bit of downtime. Like I got a sim last year actually, which is actually at Lucci's place as well in his shed. So I want to the next couple of days jump on the sim. Done a fair. I try and jump in the sauna a couple of times before a race meeting. Whether it helps or not, I don't know, but I like to do that.
Yeah.
I'll run a fair bit this week, and I always try and tell myself to put the tools down in terms of stop what I'm normally doing, but I'm still on the phone flat out and chasing up next year's stuff and whatever. But
You're hoping to be on the supercar grid next year, aren't you? Like Super 2 grid.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's looking like we will. Yeah, lot's gone into it. Still a lot of work to do.
Would you like to do like a wild card race?
Yeah.
At least, because supercars, as we were saying before, if you were to change supercars, it's so hard. Like Cameron Hill, who's won just about everything, got on the grid, but do you know what I mean? Like, bar that, there's no. It's like Formula 2, Formula 1. It seems to be that thing where the twos in both categories, there's like 1 or 2 spots for the next year.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Like you'll probably see next year, obviously not Hilly now, but you'll see probably like Everingham, Zach Best, they'll probably do Super 2 again. And it's probably their 4th or 5th year because can't get into main game.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. But yeah, that is the plan to do it again. If I can do I'd love to do Bathurst as a co-drive like next year or the year later, like just see how I'm going. Like I just want to get in the supercar more, do more laps, learn more, away from, I guess, the driving style I'm used to, and just keep pushing and see how we go.
Yeah, probably with the same team, or you won't know. Can't say.
Yeah, no, it'll be next year with Eggleston. I love it there. Good people and
yeah. I've got to say though, because you saw Bart and I at the kart track. Do you see Bart much around your area or not? Because he's as busy as you are.
I know we both have vans the same colour, and we cross paths bloody on Warrumby Road. Like we're always out and about getting it done.
I got confused seeing your Bart.
Yeah, you thought Bart was pulling up.
I was like, what the fuck?
No, I see. Well, we were actually like Timmy Brooks, Bart, my brother, me, Cam Allen, a few of us would mountain biking like every couple of days during COVID as well, like
Yeah.
of an Arvo and weekends. Like we were actually riding a lot, which we haven't done as much. But yeah, I still see Bart a fair bit at the track. He's always there coaching someone or
Yeah.
doing something.
He kicked me in the butt and got me into gear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh, as in
That's how I won the championship.
Yeah,
He literally got me out of the shit in a way. Like I was a bit
Yeah,
like you.
right.
I was a bit unsure back in 2020 if I should continue, which
Yeah.
is what you were kind of saying with your career.
yeah,
And he actually kicked him into gear, and he said, "Listen, if you want to make a go at it, choose the car, choose your crew, and choose everyone around you that you want, and you will legit achieve your goal."
yeah.
And he's a great guy. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's given you advice. At least
Yeah.
have you gone to Dave Moore's shop at least?
No, I haven't. But yeah, like obviously Bart's, he's well experienced. He knows what he's talking about. We probably the conversation never seems to go serious with him and I. Like we always end up just joking or talking shit about something.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll think he's being serious and then he's actually not, and then he'll think I'm starting to talk serious about something, but then I'll punch him in the guts or something, and it's all just a big joke. So we actually never really had probably a serious conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, Cammy, I'm really pleased you came on, and
No, it was really good fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming.
Yeah, cheers.
No
for coming
dramas.
Thanks for coming on this episode.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Want to hear more? Each week we will share the hottest clips from our guest interviews on YouTube. But to hear the full episode, make sure to subscribe or follow us on your favourite podcast platform.